It was the most dramatic night of playoff action to spoil the evening, as Michael and the Bulls think sweep South Florida. And you can almost feel it.
Expansion team take on the Chicago Bulls. It was only 4 years ago that this team lost
between, particularly Pippen and Rice. Any other important one there early in this ball game?
It might be the attempt. Really, Bob needs to get it.
With a history-making first playoff game, and Michael Jordan is averaging nearly 40 points a game in this series. Came in the trade from Boston for Sherman Douglas. Looking for Rice on the baseline. 2-0 Miami. Being defended by Rice. Have the switch now, the mismatch. Pippen hard to the hoop. It's tied at 2. Backcourt pressure from Michael Jordan. He's Steve Smith, just a rookie. Only played 61 games this year. His fourth year, and it's 4-2. This team shoots much better at home. One of the keys to the game, according to Kevin Lockery, is a good shooting performance. Jordan's pass intercepted. Brian Shaw. The lob. The jam. And Shaw. The lob. The jam. Well, Michael Jordan pulls up and misses. That was for 3. Jordan with the rebound. Averaging 12 a game.
The running cycling right now is way behind the ball. He's got to get
an easy no-look lob to Grant.
I think
Grant
Ron,
with the lay-in.
Excuse me, Bobby. Jitters here.
Grant Long doing a good job in the middle.
Again, cycling 15, 20 feet behind the ball on a missed shot. Get back and make sure that the Bulls play 5.
Rice with his first personal foul of the ball game. To the line. 20 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists for Pippen. They call them Bulls 1-1.
And the hard-won wisdom.
The roar of the crowd deafening already in the first 3 minutes of this ball game. Down to 8 now, Smith. 6 seconds, and they're just now getting to the offense. 4, 3, Smith from long range. He drains it.
We see the steal.
3-on-1. Rice from Brian Shaw. Miami. The crowd now feeding on the team and vice versa. The cycling stripped by Michael Jordan. From 17. Cycling, you're right, Victor says, starting very tentative here tonight. Inside to Grant. Blocked by Cycling. Maybe that'll lose.
Well, that's where he needs to be. He's the biggest guy that they have. Ball goes inside. Little scramble by Brian Shaw. That's exactly what he has to do.
10 on the shot clock. Pippen spin move off the court. The first foul for him in this ball game.
It's going to be an easy game because it was an expansion team.
Bulls only 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Steve Smith.
Bill Jackson wants to talk about this. I guarantee you. Guarantee.
It's a 7-0 Miami. Listen to this crowd.
To go through the post, but Steve Smith doesn't go for the cut. Plays the steal all the way. Ends up in a nice, easy transition basket.
7-0 run. Chicago shooting 2 for 8. Heat 6 for 11.
Nice rhythm jumper. Settling down.
Brian Shaw helping Steve Smith all alone. Long off the glass. Grant Long.
See, that's not typical of the Chicago defense. Normally, when you come into the lane, there's as many people as the Chinese army.
Paxson with the best. Pippen runs it down.
Rebound. Comes alive. He's had it comfortable here. He can help this team tremendously.
Pippen against Rice. Shaw with aid from Grant Long. Into Cycling. Stripped away by Pippen. Foul on Chicago. No basket.
I'll tell you what, that was a terrific pass. Anytime to the color guy seeing it or the coach seeing it, that's an excellent pass.
Very patient with the offense. Long got inside. Smith trying to post up Paxson. Count it, and he'll go to the line.
This is a wonderful rookie. This is a guy that has a brilliant future in this league.
Personal foul.
This was a matchup they tried to exploit in game one. Not much success. Chicago Bulls are not doing.
Well, he said this 50% at the moment. 13 on the shot clock. Glenn Rice. The loose ball to Brian Shaw. And over cycle, he got a piece of that. Scottie Pippen with the rebound. Only 4 seconds remained on the shot. 7. Rice for 3.
But that's way too long a look for Glenn Rice. You cannot get him and make him put the ball down on the floor.
Pippen trying to beat Smith off the dribble. Cycling with the tentativeness.
Well, that's exactly what we talked about in the opening cycle. He's got to continue to do that. Averaging 39 in this series. I think that, you just get this impending feeling of doom are going to come. But I have seen this Miami Heat team do it into triple overtime.
The Bulls' low points for a quarter. Here we have 2:43 to go in the first quarter. The Bulls have double figures with 11.
Well, Phil Jackson has said his bench is sort of like sub du jour, in that he goes and picks out whoever he wants.
Down for the Bulls. Jordan 0 for 2 has not scored. Pippen with a major.
Scottie Pippen to take a couple of threes.
Shaw from long range knocks it down. Shaw 6 points, 3 of 4. Jordan 0 for J. Armstrong. Jordan over Brian Shaw. First points of the game.
I think that was a good way for Brian Shaw.
I was going to say the weakness of Jordan is his outside jumper. Let's say it's his least strong point. Cycling, underhanded, goes to the line.
Oh, that was a wonderful drop step move.
Cycling with 4 and looking for more. Minute 27 to go in the quarter.
Small wonder he wants.
Looking for Jordan, posting up Brian Shaw. Shaw and Jordan, same height. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pippen gets inside. J. Armstrong to Pippen. Jordan down here, too. The lob broken up. Right goes to B.J. Armstrong. The Bulls have it 3-on-2. Armstrong from
most of this clock if he can. There's the pressure.
They're going to call B.J. Armstrong for the foul. But hold it. They call timeout before the steal. Smart move. Jess Curry. And he pointed to where the timeout.
It seems to me that it's sort of one of those serendipity timeouts. You don't really mean to have it, but you got it. You want to gain an edge by using that timeout. Kind of a wasted one.
7 seconds. That's the reason this timeout lasted longer than 20 seconds. Let me just...
Well, I just think that what's going to happen is that there's going to be transition basketball at its best when you've got those guys like he's got a legitimate case. There was a lot of, hands-on.
Coles gets into the ball game for this final couple of seconds. He's playing with 100-degree temperature. Jordan missing has another opportunity that won't count.
The Heat has held the Chicago Bulls to their lowest first quarter
point total of the year and lead it 33. Miami Heat at 67%. 11 of Chicago's 19 points. Michael Jordan, on the other hand, Purdue has checked in for the Bulls.
If you think that this Miami Heat team wasn't excited about being and this whole crowd is exciting.
Serena, the playoff house here tonight. Pippen shooting over cycling. Pippen now with 30.
Normally, Ronnie Cycli doesn't draw double teams in this team.
Cycling.
But I like Ronnie Cycli. I think he's got a lot of offensive ability, but he just has to stay aggressive.
Ripped out of Purdue's arms. Bimbo Cole finds Brian Shaw. 4-3.
In his athletic ability, gained 20 pounds of muscle, and now he's gained 20 pounds of confidence.
24 years old. And that's it at Alabama.
Bill Foran, the strength coach for the Miami Heat, said that Bimbo Cole and Keith Atkins are the hardest working guys on the Miami Heat team in that weight room. I would suggest that if Will Purdue
2 blocks early in this ballgame. In the first couple of minutes, it looked like Ronnie Cycli was in a daze. Jordan with the fadeaway. He has 4.
That's a tough matchup for Brian Shaw.
Bimbo Coles, I saw the road, had 100-degree temperature at the shoot-around today.
playoff time, Bob. Play. Lace them up, go out and play.
This is the three. Jordan.
Rice had a good long look.
Really better than they did in the first 5 minutes of this game. Jordan with the Coles to cycling for the two-handed slam.
The bimbo goal, freed himself up for an easy slam.
Askins with a tough job trying to physical match for him. 9 on the shot clock. Glenn Rice into the paint. Jordan with that patent behind the back steal. Armstrong takes the hard foul.
In game 1 and 2, Bob, I noticed that when Miami penetrates, they don't always do a good job of finding the open guy on the perimeter. Not shooting well, right around 38%. They need some offense. They don't have it on the floor.
Jordan. Well, Miami will pay inside.
Well, that's the right idea. Not that you're supposed to go over there and hurt the guy. And you certainly don't want to hurt the league. Him take a difficult shot. As he gets in there, there should be a lot of white shirts in there. That's legitimate basketball. The NBA. No babies allowed.
Alan Ogg certainly isn't a baby. 7'2", 250. 7:37 to go in the first half. The Bulls and Edwards as it's stripped by Jordan. Leads the break. Draws the foul.
Well, you got a series of complications here. We just talked Edwards when he penetrates, not reading. He planned ahead. They closed off the gap. Now Michael Jordan's free to come down and do his thing. He's so dangerous in transition. Now you foul him. Now he dunks. Now, rhythm. They've got excitement. This is what they feed off of. They feed off of this guy, the greatest player in the game of basketball.
But the Bulls right now. I liked your line, the sub du jour for the Bulls, and Jordan's going to get a rest. Pippen back in.
They've had good luck with the bench.
Pippen given the baseline by Edwards. Hands it off inside.
You've got to get some points off your defense. You just can't rely on your offensive output.
Purdue with a scoop shot and his first shot. A chance to pull to within one or better. It's a one-point game.
Comment was, I feel so good. So much emotion, and emotion is what carried his team early in this game. But they've got the number.
Pippen for Miami and Michael Jordan for Chicago. Armstrong sits down as the thimble pulls. Horace Grant to Pippen. He's got 19.
Edwards can stay matched up.
Work a sweep. Jordan over Steve Smith. And have their first lead of the game. Shaw and Jordan. Good defense, but ball.
Michael Jordan gets into the lane, elevates, has a cup of tea, drops the basket in, and says one lump or two. But he has no way to take advantage of it if you're not going to punch the ball inside or take the ball off the dribble.
For 5 from the floor and scoreless here in the second quarter. Rice on Jordan. Chicago gets a timeout with 2:27 to go in the half. The Heat clinging tenaciously to a 1-point lead on TNT. We'll be going out to Los Angeles, where Hubie Brown.
We have all kinds of stars here.
Marlins have sold 10,000 season tickets for their first season. Jordan. Oh my.
Michael makes a very difficult move there. You've got to move the bodies inside, and you've got to make it vertically and not let him elevate towards the basket. Once he does that, he creative and he starts to do things that you've never seen before.
I wonder what that conversation's about. Doral, the Blue Monster, did you bring your club?
Person could be a variety of substances.
By the way, Jeff Kersey pulled a hot foul on Paxson. That was his initial indication. Water clubs on the playoff charter, of course. They find golf clubs when they get here, but it'll be inside to Steve Smith.
It's all about choices right now. There's an excellent choice.
What a move! Only played in 6. Jordan has the foul with 37 seconds.
Well, I tell you what, I like the defense up. Then he's left with a jump shot. Maybe you can disturb his vision of the basket, but if you let him lean, you're in big trouble.
Jordan has 14 in this quarter. 50 to avert a sweep down in San Antonio, leading 21-14 early in the game.
I look for the Spurs to win that game. I think they'll win it.
Slide this time. Down inside to Rice. Big bucket. Pippen finally denied a shot at the basket. With 9 to shoot, Jordan.
Oh, that's the problem with playing Michael. Do everything right and he scores anyway.
Nice pressure. Ball handler. Steve Smith hits the 3. 56-51.
I love this rookie. Scottie Pippen. Steve Smith. Steve-a-rama.